important method, and other important method to detect the nitrogen is Gildan method. Other important method is Gildan method. This is important one. This is important one. Gildan method. What is this method? I wanted nitrogen. Some organic compound will be there here. Listen carefully. Organic compound is there. It is going to react with sulfuric acid. In that organic compound, nitrogen is there. That nitrogen is going to react with this one. What it is doing? It is giving some ammonium sulfate. After that, this ammonium sulfate we are going to react with some excess of NaOH. Here, what is giving? See, Na2SO4, NH3, and some amount of water. Here, what is there? What I need is finally here ammonia released. I am going to detect the nitrogen in Gildan method based on released ammonia. How to calculate the released ammonia? If I calculate released ammonia, in the ammonia nitrogen is there, so that I can calculate. How to calculate that amount of ammonia? By using H2SO4. H2SO4 can absorb the ammonia. So, based on H2SO4 used, we are going to calculate amount of ammonia. And how much H2SO4 reacted? How we are going to calculate? By using a alkali, by using NaOH. Very simple. What I am going to use is, I need nitrogen. Nitrogen is present in ammonia. Ammonia I am going to titrate with H2SO4. How much H2SO4 reacted? I am going to measure by using NaOH. This is Gildan method. See, here nitrogen. My target is to detect the nitrogen, amount of nitrogen. Nitrogen directly I cannot get, so it is coming in the form of ammonia. Ammonia releasing. How much ammonia releasing? How can I identify? By using H2SO4. Ammonia is a base. H2SO4 is a acid. There is a titration between this one. Here, how many? NH3. Here one lone pair is there. Here H2SO4 can give 1 H plus. This lone pair can give 1 H plus. In this H2SO4, how many H plus are there? 2 H plus are there. So that H2SO4 can give 2 H plus. So how many ammonias are required? How many ammonias are required? 2 ammonia molecules are required. 1 mole of H2SO4 you are taking means 2 moles of H plus ions are coming. 2 moles of H plus ions is there means how many moles of NH3 required? 2 moles of NH3. 2 moles of NH3 titrating with 1 mole of H2SO4. What is giving? NH4 twice SO4. So that I can take this H2SO4 in excess amount. I can take in excess amount. If I am taking excess amount also, in that excess amount, some amount of H2SO4 only going to react with ammonia. Some amount means how many amount? How much amount? Based on ammonia. Ammonia, 2 moles are there means 1 mole of H2SO4 is going to react. Ammonia, 100 moles are there means 50 moles of H2SO4 is going to react. Ammonia, 50 moles of ammonia is there means 25 moles of H2SO4 is going to react, even though I am taking 1000 moles of H2SO4. Even though I am giving excess H2SO4. The amount of H2SO4 used in this titration depends on amount of ammonia released in the reaction. Okay, how much H2SO4 used in that excess? Some amount used. Remaining amount will be there only now. So the remaining amount also I have to calculate. How can I calculate? By using other one. It is also base. Here, for example, 100 moles of H2SO4 I am taking. In this 100 moles, 50 moles are going to titrate with ammonia. Other 50 is remaining. That 50 remaining are not, how can I identify? By using a other base. Other base again. What is that? H2SO4. Again going to titrate with NaOH here. How can I judge here? How can I judge here? One NaOH giving one OH minus. Here one H2SO4 giving 2H plus. So here 2H plus means 2 OH minus required. So that here 2 NaOH molecules are required. 2 moles of NaOH can neutralize 1 mole of H2SO4. In this titration, if I am using 100 moles of NaOH, how much H2SO4 is there going to react? 50. According to my calculation, I am going to use 100 moles of NaOH for end titration. In that 100 reacted means how much H2SO4 participated? In that half, 50. So that, what is the meaning of that? 50 moles of H2SO4 remaining. Why I am going to use NaOH? NaOH used to calculate the remaining amount of H2SO4 in this process. Some amount remaining means that other amount is going to react only now. That react amount is going to react with what? With ammonia. Based on ammonia, I can get nitrogen. Understand? So what I am going to say here, 2 moles of NaOH means 1 mole of acid only reacted. Here 2 volumes of NaOH means here 1 volume only. Similar way. Here we are going to consider all are 1 molar for our calculation purpose. Here what we are going to do is, okay, what is that amount of H2SO4 used, that is considered as V, for example VML. Consider excess amount I am going to use here. Okay, amount of NaOH utilized the titration. Say some V1 ml. You are giving V1 ml. So you are using amount of V1 ml. You are using means how much H2SO4 may react. How much H2SO4? See, 2 moles of NaOH means 1 mole of H2O. 2 volumes of NaOH means 1 volume. What I am discussing, I know that how much NaOH I am giving in the titration. So that V1 ml of NaOH I given. So amount of H2SO4 reacted with NaOH. How much? V1 by 2 ml. Correct? V1 by 2 ml. This much reacted means this much reacted with NaOH. And based on that, amount of H2SO4 reacted with ammonia. This much H2SO4 you are using in this VML. How much? V1 by 2 H2SO4 reacted with the sodium hydroxide. How much remaining? V minus V1 by 2 ml. V1 by 2 ml. What is that? This much ml reacted with ammonia. So this much H2SO4 I use it to react with ammonia. Again, how much? This much ammonia reaction. 1 mole of H2SO4 means 2 moles of ammonia. This many ml of H2SO4 means how many? Double amount of ammonia released in the process. So that amount of ammonia released, the released amount only going to react. Released how much? Here 1 H2SO4 means 2 ammonias. 1 volume of H2SO4 means 2 volumes. Here V minus V1 by 2 ml means 2 into V minus V1 by 2 ml of what? Ammonia. That much ml of ammonia. What we know, we are all talking about in this process only 1 molar only. What is the meaning of 1 molar? 1 molar means 1 mole of NH3 present in 1 liter. That means 1 mole of NH3 present in 1000 ml. So what I can say now, based on this definition of molarity. Molarity means number of moles present in 1 liter. Number of moles present in 1000 ml. That is a 1 molar means 1 mole present in 1000 ml. Now that one I am going to write 1000 ml of NH3. 1000 ml of NH3 contains how much? How much? 1 mole. Now 1 mole means how much? NH3. 1 nitrogen and 3 hydrogens. Nitrogen means how much? 7. So it is a 14 plus 3. So it is a 17 grams of NH3. But I don't want that. And also 17 grams means N 1 N and 3 hydrogens. What is the mass of nitrogen ammonia? That is other way. 14 grams of N. NH3. N is 7 is atomic number. 14 is the atomic mass of nitrogen. 3 hydrogens. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1. 3 into 1, 3. 14 plus 3, 17 grams of ammonia. In 17 grams of ammonia, how many grams of nitrogen is there? 14 grams of nitrogen is there. That's what I need here. So 14 grams of nitrogen. And now I am going to write here. See, 1000 ml of NH3 contains 14 gram of nitrogen. Again, 1 ml of NH3 contains how much? 14 by 1000. This is all for what? This is all for 1 molar solution. 1 molar solution. How many? 1 ml contains this much. How much I got? The amount of NH3 released in this much ml I have in my hand. So that much ml I am going to write now. How many ml? 2 into V minus V1 by 2 ml of NH3 contains how much nitrogen? As it is 14 by 100 into this one. 2 into V minus V1 by 2. This many grams of nitrogen. Here again what we can say? Here 2 into V minus V1 by 2 grams of nitrogen containing this much. This for we are going to calculate for 1 molar. So m molar is 2 molar, 3 molar, 5 molar. M molar solution. What into m? Nothing is there. 14 by 1000 into m. As it is 2 into V minus V1 by 2. And percentage of nitrogen. Percentage of nitrogen means what is that? This much nitrogen, this much amount of nitrogen I got. How can you calculate your marks again? Your marks by total marks into 100. This much overall, this much amount of nitrogen by mass of organic compound. Here, what is that? Mass of organic compound into 100. This is what our percentage of nitrogen. This is what our percentage of nitrogen will come. This one as it is right. 14 by 1000 into m into 2 into V minus V1 by 2. What is this V here? Already you are writing. What is V? The excess amount of H2SO4 you are using. What is V1? What is the amount of NaOH used in the titration? What is other? M is the how many? What is the molarity of the ammonia? What is the molarity of ammonia? What is the here? Is the mass of organic compound. What is the mass of the particular organic compound? So amount of nitrogen obtained by total mass of organic compound into 100. This is what the percentage of nitrogen, and some points also is here. And this method is not applicable to the compounds containing nitro group. Compounds containing nitro group azo group, azoxy, nitro means NO2 group is there, means this method is not allowed. And azo, N double bond N, this type of things are there, means not allowed. And azoxy, N double bond N and O, this group is there, means not allowed. Why not allowed? And nitrogen presenting in rings in that compound. For example, what is the example? In a pyridine, pyrrole, this is a, what is this? This is a pyridine. And pyridine, quinone, isoquinone, like that. Any compound, if nitrogen is in the ring like this, nitrogen in the ring means we cannot detect the amount of nitrogen by this Jildal method. Azoxy group is there, we cannot determine. Azo group is there, we not determined. Nitro group is not determined. Why in this things we are not going to determine? Because in this process what you need is, in this process you are going to see the equation means ammonium sulfide is there. Ammonium sulfide, we are going to make a reaction with excess NaOH means ammonia releasing. So all these compounds containing this and this and this and this, they are not going to produce ammonium sulfate. Ammonium sulfate is not obtaining by the compounds containing these groups. That is why Jildal method is not applicable. This is very, very important. It will come in the examination. This will come in the examination. Keep in the mind. And also, this is applicable only for the organic compound directly attached to the carbon oxygen. That in the compound carbon oxygens are there. In that nitrogen is there means we can use this. But this Jildal method is important one. Okay.